What's going up, everybody? It's Chini the Great back for Inktober Day 15. So, today's prompt was the word weak. And going from my political theme that I've done all series, I immediately thought of, like, the US government. Not necessarily that we're weak, but the fact that Americans think we're impenetrable and that we're, like, there's nothing that we can improve on makes us weak. So, I drew a picture of the White House today. And that's just my representation of the US government as a whole. So I don't mean this literally as in the White House is a weak building or anything like that, but it's supposed to represent the US government as a whole and how the entire entity is weak-minded. So I definitely think the American government is pretty strong in comparison to a lot of other governments, right? Like, America, we've got our shit together for the most part, and I mean, like, I know you can joke around and say what you want about the US government, but in comparison to other countries, like, we've at least got a good system going. We might fuck up every now and then, especially with the president we have now, but the whole system, for the most part, compared to other people, is pretty good. The only thing I think that's wrong is that Americans have this, like, America first, America's better than anything mindset, America can do no wrong, and that's just simply false. Like, capitalism is not the end-all be-all of government systems and economic systems, and the US government democracy is not it's not completely perfect. Like, it could be improved. Like, yeah, it's the best thing that we can come up with at this point, but it can be improved. And I think when people start making the mistake that it is the best and there's nothing wrong with it, that's the weak part. That's where things can go wrong. Because when you believe something is perfect when it's not, you blind yourself of its imperfections. You blind yourself of any fallacy that it could have, which it hinders you from improving, and it can give you, well, what I think Americans have in particular is a really cocky mindset, and that can get them in trouble because it's like a false sense of security. It's a false confidence. And then so when they think they can do no wrong and think the governments can do no wrong and that it's perfect in every way and it can't be improved upon, that's when the weakness shows, and that's when it's going to crumble pretty much. And Americans just have to accept that the American government, although it might be the best option at this point, it's not 100% perfect. It can be improved upon. And when you realize that you can make improvements, then you're allowing yourself to come up with ways to improve. But until you accept that you need improvement, you're never going to change. So yes, capitalism is like the best option at this point. Yes, the US government is strong in comparison to other countries, but there's definitely, like, some things we could take away from other countries to improve ourselves, and we're not flawless by any means at all. So that's what I mean is weak. Like, yeah, we have a pretty good government, but the fact that people think it's perfect makes it weaker. So that's pretty much it. So I drew the White House just to represent that. And I like this. I wasn't being too particular with my lines, like in the windows. I didn't try to make perfectly straight edges or anything like that. But I did focus on putting a lot of detail actually in the building. So the way the ridges are, I wanted to capture the likeness of the building as much as I could, which includes the fountain in the front, the light hanging in the center, the way the flag was blowing in the picture that I used as a reference, all the bushes in the front. Like, I wanted to capture its likeness as much as possible without having to worry about perfect straight lines or this or that. So I actually really like this. This is one of the less cartoony ones I'll do all month, but I really, really, really like it. And I don't know. I don't know if it really captures the word weak. In my opinion, it does. Give me your thoughts. Maybe it doesn't, but I like the style I drew it in, and I'm proud of the drawing. But if you want to see all my Inktober drawings, then check me out on Instagram at CTG Graffiti. That's just my username, Chini the Great, with the initials only and the word graffiti after it. It'll be at the end of the video and in the description. But you can see all the drawings I do this month. I'm having a lot of fun, and there's a lot of cool ones coming up. So stay tuned if you like this political themed challenge I'm doing. But I hope you enjoy. Let me know if you guys are doing Inktober, and I'll check out your stuff. But thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.